This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Meet Flip. She's one half of a flip-flop.
That's me.
Who got left behind at Celebration Key, Carnival's exclusive paradise in Grand Bahama.
I chose to stay here. It really is paradise.
So now, Flip spends her time lounging on the beach, swimming in the lagoon.
And eating. The only thing more impressive than my appetite are all the dining options.
Yeah, have you tried food service to your cabana?
Ooh, yum.
Flip, where'd she go? Book your cruise vacation to Carnival's Celebration Key, a paradise you'll want to lose yourself in. Ships Registry, the Bahamas and Panama.
Welcome to Heaving Bosoms, the podcast where two best friends recap romance novels while celebrating this beautiful community and being thankful for you.
Stack our shelves with the clinches out. Shout it from the rooftop, can you hear the sound? Yeah. Live your best life, love it out loud. Love it out loud.
Hey HBs, it's a special day. But before we get to all that, this week on the bonus feeds, I'm giving Sabrina a quickie on the rest of the Necessary Evil series by Only James. We discuss the mid-series novella and the last 3 books of this unhinged, murdery, filthy, and yet utterly pure set of romance books. It's so good. That's this Friday on our Patreon and Apple Podcast subscription feeds. This week, it's all embrace, all the time. Today, we're celebrating everyone who engaged with our not reading challenge, the Heaving Bosoms Reading Embrace. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh, happy embrace!
Happy embrace, Melody.
Ah!
I just get a lot of feels in my body whenever you and I do an embrace episode, because that is the very first thing you and I ever did, was that embrace, that where you were like, man, I really need somebody to come on, and so you had some mods on, and now here we are.
Here we are.
Oh my God, Melody. Embrace. Did you embrace yourself for this last year?
I did embrace myself, and we even got embraced by a few listeners via email. Like a couple of people, their emails started with, first of all, like asterisk around it, embraces you. And I was like, oh!
That's very sweet. Listener, I need you to know for context that I have been in a state the last couple of weeks regarding like my work, my personal and professional life. And
work's
Melody,
crazy.
like the absolute badass queen that she is, deserves a million embraces because she did all of it. Like, I have done a little bit of like wishy-washy here and there, but like she went through the email. She did,
I did.
She pulled stuff from like Discord. She went and grabbed things off of the interweb. She did all of that fancy stuff. And like, God, Melody, you are so fucking you are snuggled so hard in my octopus tentacle. It's not even octopus. It's like a
sextopopus.
It's like a dodecahedropus, because like all of the tentacles that I possibly have to embrace you are embracing you from afar, Melody. I love
That's
you
right.
so God.
You're
I'm
putting
so
down
grateful.
your spoons. You're picking up your tentacles.
Literally every single time the last, like, every time you, like, would, like, message me and be like, hey, can you take a look at this? And then I wouldn't see that message because I'd be balls deep in ASP.NET.
It's been nuts for you.
And then I'd go look at the messages finally, and you were just like, hey, I just made a decision. And I was like, I fucking love you. I like it. I see like 15 unread messages, which, listener, this is highly unusual. Usually I'm the one
very
sending
weird.
50, and I
Very
come
weird.
in and like the top message would be like, hey, do you have like, what are your thoughts on blank? And then I'd keep reading, and I was like, man, I have to come up with a fucking answer. Oh, I don't even know. I haven't even thought about this. And then I'd keep reading, and Melody would be like, hey, I already did the thing. Here you go. And I was like,
so this
God
is the
bless
thing.
you.
Like, you've been in a crazy place. I've been in like a new year. How do I get my shit together? You know, like coming off the holidays, coming off of 2 or 3 weeks with the kids home. Like, I've felt a little bit adrift. And so you have been incredibly like in the ditch of
In
work,
the weeds.
right? Yeah. And then meanwhile, in order to like get my shit together, I just did a procrastination hyperfocus. And that is really what happened. I was like, oh, because finally I was like, I just need a date. We just need to set a date for recording. And then
Yes.
once I have that date, my brain will be able to be like, executive function, go! And I'll be able to do it. And like, that's the only
Listener,
reason we have this
Melody
episode.
and I had like a little chat, what was it, like a week ago, where we came to the realization that we've been doing things based on like historical whatever, and that's fine, but Melody and I are both ADHD gremlins.
We're messes.
And we won't do the thing until there's a fucking deadline. Until
I
there's
mean,
we're doing the thing.
Every
We just
once
don't
in a
do the
while,
thing.
I'll be able to do it. Every once in a while, but like it's
But
not.
like those
often.
people who are like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this on like a consistent basis instead of all of it
Incredible.
all at once.
Incredible. I don't understand.
Not me looking at my Vyvanse. It's fine. It's fine.
Also, last night I sent Sabrina a link and I had the audacity to call. I said, here's the doc. Y'all, this is not a doc. This is an info dump, if anything. Okay, so we're going to go through this chaotic,
Listener, it is so sexy
ridiculous
though.
document.
Okay, so like Melody sent me the thing. It was like, hey, I made the doc, and then I was taking a break because like when we say I've been in the weeds with work, what we mean is I've been like like it hasn't been an issue that I haven't been doing ADHD med stuff because the whole purpose of it is to be able to switch tasks. I haven't been switching tasks.
No.
Like I have been working, or I have been absolutely feral eating the shit out of the Sea Sand Warrior series. Like, it's one or the other. Like, I'm doing one of two things. It is reading that series and knitting or working. So it hasn't been that big of a deal. And so when I opened this thing, my emotions are a little all over the place because my medication helps regulate a lot of things that I've realized now are regulated via that. Didn't know that until the last couple of weeks. But I almost cried reading through this absolute beautiful chaos.
Mess.
It's chaos. I love it because like I physically would not be able to make a document like this because I can't.
It has to be more
Melody,
ordered, or else.
This, like, when Melody sent me this, I was like, this is the sexiest thing I've ever
It's
seen.
different fonts. Some of it is still spreadsheet. Others of it, it's way bigger sizes. I tried to bold, like, the names so that we make sure to hit them, but, like, did I do all of them? No.
I noticed that because I almost started going in and editing. And
No,
I was
stop
like,
it.
no, get away from that. No, this deserves to stay like
Yeah, so, okay, welcome to our annual reading embrace. We fucking love you. Like, I always manage to forget the joy that I get from, like, going through everybody's responses and seeing what, like, hilarious, clever, wonderful people we have as listener, you know? And I love you. So we're going to read some of the emails, like just like snippets of some of the emails. And then we're also going to go through some of our favorite responses because y'all are fucking hilarious. We literally got a random commercial that somebody wrote that I will be performing for you.
We are we'll like break it up because I want to be a part of this as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe you should read all of like the stage directions.
The stage directions. You can do the voiceovers. I'm honestly, if any of you, I know I'm jokingly make these requests, but like if any of you want to make this commercial,
no, seriously,
let us know.
Yeah, I will send you the audio. Let a bitch know.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Hey, Melissa, you are super duper embraced. We've got our arms all around you.
Yeah, you say that hearing our voices in your ear holes is a joy. Well, you reading and sending us your things is a joy.
And she also says, I laugh, I cry, I talk back to you like a crazy person. And like, hello, you're obviously one of our people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I will state, so Melanie and we're still figuring out what we're doing as far as like reading IAD goes, right? Because next week is Lothair. Lothair's coming out next week, and that kind of ends our current thing.
I don't think listener knows that. I think only Patreon knows that. So surprise.
Okay, well, listener, Lothair comes out next week, which is kind of like we've been doing IAD on Patreon, but I'm still reading IAD. So is Melody. And for Sabrina's Missing Ghoul, Melissa put Monroe by Cressley Cole. And the reasoning is they were ghouls. Or there were ghouls. I'm not thinking any harder on finding one to fit. Listener, I just met Monroe for the first time. I mean, he may have been mentioned in other books, but like we just like met him in Shadow's Claim, and I'm like, when I saw this, I was like, okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you. You're embraced. You're snuggled.
You're super embraced. And also, if that's not big embrace energy, I don't know what is. Like, I'm not thinking harder about it. Thank you very much. This is where this is going. God damn it. Big embrace energy. Okay, so then Laura D, you are super duper embraced.
Our little tentacles are just
all around you.
Making its way.
Yeah. All the way through the ether to you. My favorite of her responses was first that celestial trumpet. She decided on Hera takes charge, and it says, I mean, Poseidon is literally a god, so his trumpet is celestial, if you know what I mean. Also, the whole Olympus Inc. series needs way more love. It's phenomenally good. Oh my God. And then for Splash Mountain, she says, the sea in you. And she says, what can I say? It's a lesbian mermaid adaptation. Little Mermaid adaptation. And if that's not splashy, I don't know what is, you know?
That is very on point, and I love it. Yeah. If you are new to an Embrace listener, we really cannot express to you. The rules are, there aren't.
There are no rules.
This is the reading challenge of your dreams, where it's not a challenge at all.
Look, y'all, this is a reading challenge I can do, okay? And that is really what we need to focus on here, because I cannot do a reading challenge. They stress me out. The reason we started this is because Erin and I were talking about doing a reading challenge, and then I was like, Erin, I'm honestly just like thinking about it gives me hives. Like, I really don't know what to do. And then she was like, so we're not going to do a challenge. We're going to do an embrace. And that's it. There are no rules. If you want to sign up on this, I'm going to embrace somebody today who signed up on the spreadsheet and then promptly forgot and never went back and filled it in. You are embraced. We got two different
favorite fucking people.
Same. We got two different emails that were like, hey, I can't do all the bullshit with the typey and the category, but like I read this many books and like, please embrace me. You're embraced. This is what this is for.
Embraced. If you listener, if you are listening to this wondering, am I a part of that list? Yeah, you are. You're embraced.
You are.
If you thought to yourself at the beginning of last year, I might do the embrace this year.
Yep.
And then you did not fill out a spreadsheet. You did not email us. You didn't interact with us on social media, Discord, in the cult, where like you whatever, you're embraced. Just know this is your blanket. This is your blanket embrace. I have wrapped you in a blanket burrito, the kind of blanket that looks like a burrito, like a tortilla.
Yes. Yes,
and then another blanket that looks like lettuce, and another blanket that looks like cheese.
And
You
all
are
of
the
that is
meat.
done on a beanbag that looks like rice. You should see her face right now.
You've leveled up this entire thing to a level.
Blanket burrito
Is that a
situation?
thing? Do they make rice?
I swear to God, somebody has to. Somebody has to. Look, I've been spending a lot of time on Temu lately. You can find anything there.
Oh God, I need to stay away from there because I've started a new hobby, and the last thing I need is Temu algorithm understanding what the hobby is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, listener, I cannot search it myself because it will cause
probably take over her life.
But I do, if you come across a rice beanbag,
Yeah.
feel free to send us that information. It may or may not make a guest appearance on some form of social media.
Sabrina will only be sitting on that for all the rest of the watch parties.
Yeah, with my little unnamed giraffe friend and my Jacob Black sweater.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Okay.
Then we have Jess R, who 1 year completed the Embrace with only HB authors.
Yeah.
What a fucking champion. You
Fucking
are
love
so
Jess.
hard embraced.
Yeah. One of my favorites for squelchers, she put Happy Trail by Daisy Prescott. And it says, Appalachian Trail hiking in October brings walking in snow, mud, donkey poop, and other substances definitely squelchy. So
Meanwhile,
good.
I really like this because I feel this so hard. This sex scene logistics question mark is a touch of darkness. And it's just so many times I blanked on how they got to this sex scene.
Yeah.
And I feel very seen by that. Oh my God, Melody, I saw a fucking video. I will send this to you. We'll throw it up somewhere, maybe somehow. And it is a fucking sex scene logistics for a book. So, somebody posted in Discord, maybe? We talked about it for the Christmas Patreon episode.
Okay.
With Cleo Evans, and they used action figures to explain TPV. Which, for context, listener, if you don't know what TPV is, it's triple vaginal penetration.
Ah, no! Ah! I'm gonna need a micro penis in there somewhere. Like, I'm sorry. I bring on the micro penis.
I don't even know. I feel like a tentacle penis would work really well in that situation,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah, can it like flatten out a little bit? Is that what we're trying to do?
We need a morphic penis, you know?
I'm just very scared. I'm just very scared. I have, in fact, pushed 2 humans out of that orifice, but I'm still very scared.
And that's the funniest thing about this entire thing to me is you've literally given birth, and so you're like, I'm not interested in TPV. And I'm like, I never had that
Try everything
experience.
once.
And I'd be like, yeah, let's give it a shot. If anything, I'm just so curious. I'm curious. Again, you just made the good statement. Try anything once. Hey.
Yeah.
There's not very
You know
many,
what? I tried it twice. It was awful.
You did not try it twice. You gave birth. It's 2 completely different things.
Look, the benefits are wonderful, but fuck that. I'm not doing that again.
Melody, birth and TPP are not the same. TVP? TP? I don't know. Whatever. Those
Triple vaginal penetrations.
Yeah,
TVP.
TVP. I've been saying it wrong this
That's
whole
all
time.
I can think about. I'm sorry.
All right. Hi, Sarah P. We're coming in hot to embrace you off of triple vaginal penetration.
We fucking love you. Sarah P. is one of those who just couldn't. And we love that for you. And we love that for us. Mm-hmm. And I do, as soon as she started the email by saying, while I usually love sending you reading embraces, sometimes multiple, filled with witty one-liner reasons, I didn't have the spoons to track my reading this year, let alone be creative. And yes, wow, we see you and we love you. And I went back and I searched like her other responses. And yeah, she gives a really good one-liner. But yes, you are so embraced.
Sarah P., I need you to understand how impressive it is that Melody was so curious that she did go search it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're embraced from the past.
You're
even.
cuddle puddle status.
Cuddle. Yeah, it's just building up.
Yeah, we're doing a big lake house snuggle on you, okay? Multiple timelines, therapy.
I love that. Okay, listener,
Oh my God.
I have no context here because again, Melody handled the emails for the embraces for this, and her note here is Rachel H. Email subject was reading Embrace 2014, and she straight up changed a few of the categories.
Fucking big embrace energy, Rachel H.
So embracey. I'm so into it.
So for one, for Horny Toad season, she put The Gargoyle from General Management by Kate Pryor, who is also an HB author. And her reasoning is horny siren season.
Yeah,
it's just
great.
different. That's just not the same. And I love
think
it.
my favorite is Noodle Lovin' is turned into Summer Lovin'.
Yes.
I don't even consider a summer thing. Those are so apropos of one another. And
Look, she did a word association and she got to the embrace category she needed.
I love
it.
I love that. Also,
Yes.
I love that it was on a Lenora Bell's book out of a series that I've decided I'm finishing this year. Fuck yeah.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, you are embraced.
You're so embraced. Yeah.
Oh my God. Talk about word association. Just scanning through this, her doing a gondola on her. It says the reasoning is classic ship sex. Okay.
Yeah.
I read it as classic chip sex or whatever. And my brain was like, oh yeah, I guess you could do a granola on her. So I fully, you know what? If that had been your reasoning, embraced.
No, super embraced. Yeah. Okay, next up, this embracer holds a very special place in the cockles of my heart, Hannah G. She is the one who last year sent us the embrace from the train. That was like all misspelled and not complete. Yes.
That was one of my I still think about that occasionally.
Same. I still think about it. Yeah. And so she decided that she was going with a totally different strategy this year. She sent her first email in May, which had like half of the categories or whatever. And then she sent a follow-up email in December that had like more in them.
Beautiful.
And I fucking love it.
Honestly, that's a great way to do just email us as you
Anytime.
finish things. It could just be and if it's the same email chain, better. That's more
So much better.
cohesive
Yes.
for us.
Yeah. I don't know that I'll connect them otherwise, but yeah, like we're going to get to Robin J. I cannot tell you how much I look forward to Robin J. Embrace emails. They're so good.
There's also a billion of them. It's great.
There's also a billion, and I love it. Okay, so one of my favorite ones is for sex scene logistics. And she says, no logistics, because it's an arranged marriage in Love Match by Priyanka Taslim. Logistics sorted and accurate for abstinence only.
Hell
That's
yeah.
sex scene
Love
logistics.
Also, this is how much Ursa Dax has invaded my brain. There is a
Ooh.
character named Priya. She hasn't even had a book. She's a fucking side character, and just now her full name is Priyanka, and I was like... I only have one book left in the series, and I don't know if it's hers. And I'm just like, I need Priya, the cartographer's book. Ursa, ma'am.
Okay, fair
But anyway,
enough. Yeah.
I love just saying the logistics are there is none.
Yes. It's accurate for abstinence only. That is correct. Yeah.
Love that.
Okay, for That Celestial Trumpet, she says Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. And it says the HEA part of the story takes place totally off page. You're not super clear how it ended until the epilogue. But I think a band shows up for the actual Midnight Feast, or everyone was tripping so hard that they heard celestial trumpets in the absence of physical ones. And that is so good.
I also, as the inspiration for the feral eating prompt, literally every single one of these that I've read that is feral eating, I love you. I just need you to know, those of you that gave like fantastic, one of my favorite things I've ever read for an embrace or heard from an embrace in my entire life is from this document that Mel has made for feral eating. And I cannot wait till we get there. And I just need you to know that it's beautiful There's so many good ones. There was a good one from this person. Don't remember their name. I'm not scrolling back up. You've been embraced. We love you. You are schnurzled and cuddled.
So snuggled. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful. All right. My one thing is how many people, their reasoning. I don't remember if this feels like a this year thing because I don't remember a lot of this from last year, but the sheer number of people in the document alone that are like, you read the book, I read the book.
Yeah.
This is going on the Embrace.
You read the book, I listened to the episode, and so basically I read the book.
Best thing ever. I love you. That's a great literally, listener, I did not actively fill out the Embrace this year, and my reasoning, I'm embracing myself. I'm schnurzling myself. I'm cuddle puddling myself, is I read a lot of books this year.
Yes.
For a podcast, I definitely hit all of these categories. I'm embraced.
So many times over, Sabrina. So many times over.
Did you not read a single book, but you listened to one Heaving Bosoms episode this year?
You're embraced.
Shove that book into every single fucking category. You're embraced.
Yeah. That's right. Or did you watch a movie this year? Was the movie on the podcast? No, that's also fine.
Yeah. Or like if you're a graphic novel person.
We have a graphic novel person in here. It's so good.
Yeah.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Aloe or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick detour and we're going to go over the HB authors that were included. Because this year was like a good mix of... I think it's the first year I've seen so many that are just authors we covered on the podcast, which I think is really cool. But this is a combination of like authors that are actual real life friends, authors that we just like publicly adore and can't get enough of, authors that we covered on the podcast, and authors that people just think we would really like. And so, God damn it, they're HB authors. And yeah, all right,
this.
cool. So a lot of people said Kimberly Lemming as an HB author, Katie Robert, Ruby Dixon, Chuck Tingle, Kate Pryor. And like Kate is maybe an extra HB author because she's the one who designed our new logo, which is super cool.
Freaking goddess.
I mean, seriously, right?
We love
Too
you,
talented.
Kate.
Like, leave some for the rest of us, frankly.
Yeah, right.
God damn it. Jenny Nordbach, Nisha Sharma, Elizabeth Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
The person who put Naima Simone literally in parentheses next to it said, duh.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that
Support
so
that.
much.
Love that. People said Elsie Winters. We got Zio Axelrod, Bryn Weaver, Kaylee T, I love you. They did an entire embrace with the Game Changers series by Rachel Reed. And you're beautiful. You're
perfect.
Extra super hardcore embraced. I would love to. Rachel Reed, official HB author. It's on the books.
All right. I'm into it. Yeah, we've got Felicity Niven. And the reasoning is she should be. Her historicals are feminist and hot, and she deserves much more attention. So we're giving her attention.
Yeah.
Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone, Elle Kennedy, Viano Oniomo, Talia Hibbert, Calliope Stewart, and Lynn Camden.
Yeah.
All of those people are HB authors, and we love them.
I would also like to just throw in there, there's an embrace that I saw that has an awful lot of the Monstrous series by Lily Mayne, and I just want to say that Lily Mayne should be considered an HB author.
Actually, that's a really good point. Yeah.
The level of unhinged that you and I were for the Goliaths of Wrestling series, I feel like Lily Mayne has to be an HB author at this point, you know?
We were so unhinged about it that I literally I woke up in the middle of the night and tried to think about ways to fit the Goliaths of Wrestling series into the embrace for next year. I couldn't quite do it, okay? I couldn't figure out how, but it really, I spent time on it trying to figure it out.
Listener, this is just a challenge for somebody out there. If you want to do the entire embrace next year using the Goliaths of Wrestling series, I would love to see those reasonings.
Oh my God, I would die for those reasonings. Those are so good.
All right, so we have Marika, and she thanked us for another year of great podcast episodes, and we love you. And it says that she finished in October, but it took until now to finally send it in. And once again, great embrace energy. No idea what half of the categories mean, but who cares? My explanations are also getting increasingly far-fetched from year to year. It's much more fun this way.
Yeah.
And you know what? We love it.
We love
Give
it.
us the most bonker. Did you just witness the granola chocolate chip experience?
There wasn't even a chocolate chip in there. It was just
it was chip. It was chip.
It was chip. So I was thinking like Lay's or Ruffles or something.
Oh.
And you were thinking chocolate chips. And I was trying to figure out how we got from there.
Sounds like granola.
It does.
Know? They both start with a G and end with the Ola.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
one year we had frogs on the reading embrace, and Blair sent in a book, and she says there was a turtle in it. Okay.
Wait, no, there was a thing last year. Somebody's embrace was like that. It was just,
it's so good.
It's my favorite.
Okay, wait. I have to give big spotlight to her reasoning for St. Vincent Would Always. Okay. She chose In the Middle of Somewhere by Roan Parrish, which is a book we covered this year on the podcast in 2 different episodes. And she says St. Vincent would always take care of you when you have a migraine and buy the internet for you. Ooh, Brett.
Yeah, St. Vincent would.
I love it. And then my other favorite one, oh God, I have 2 more for her.
Is one of them noodle lovin'?
Oh, of course. You can read that one if you want.
The reason is I'm a noodle and I love this book.
That book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And then for It Was Twisted, this is my true crime loving part of me. She says, I don't know what this book is. If you want to try it in German, let a bitch know, Sabrina.
Männer töten.
Great. By Eva Reisinger. And the reasoning is twisted in that instead of men killing women, it's women killing men in this village.
I wonder if töten literally means twisted.
Trumpet?
Where did trumpet?
It's tootin'.
Because it's tootin'? Oh my God, Melody. That's not what the umlaut means.
How dare you?
Oh.
Okay.
It means to kill.
Great. Not trumpet, for sure. Okay, also, I was when I prepared for the Embrace years old, when I found out that ghouls are the same thing as ghosts. So many people, for Sabrina's missing ghoul,
in
they said
HB
because
canon,
like
ghouls and ghosts are the exact same thing. There is
Great.
no difference.
Excellent. I did not know that, or I guess I forgot it.
I feel like we
And
need
it made
like
me
the
so
big
happy.
HB book of lore that's like all of the HB canon stuff. That
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not doing it, to be clear. Somebody else needs to do it.
Yeah, we're spending too much time making podcasts. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't do the rest of it.
We cannot be expected to keep in our brains all of the things that we've said. Okay, I know that we've made a lot of statements about this as HB canon.
Okay, Robin, we're here. Hello. It's time.
More times, Robin. You completed the Embrace this year more times than months out of the year.
Yeah, she completed the Embrace a whopping 14 times, including her own spreadsheet that had all of them in there. And then for the last one, it was so good because she said, instead of completing this year's challenge once more, I'm just submitting all of the past Embraces. And so you are getting a big lake house snuggle as well.
You are lake house tentacle schnurzled. You are tortilla and rice bean bagged. Like,
Robin. I love all the emails that come with it. I like a
They're
lot of them.
always so funny.
They're
Throughout
so
the year,
funny.
they pop in, and like it amidst all of the random bullshit that enters our email.
Yeah.
Seeing an email from Robin.
Oh God, it makes me so happy.
You're embraced so constantly throughout the year, and you don't even know. And I just need you to know.
And we love the fucking stickers you send in. I love you so much, Robin. You make my day all the time.
We love you. You're embraced.
All right. Rachel B is a first-time embracer. And I'm so happy you're here, Rachel B. You're embraced. Big hugs to you.
You're schnurzled and snuzzled and cuddled and
yes,
tentacled.
Everywhere. Yeah, well, let's go to the drive-in movies, probably. I was going to say the drive-through. Different.
I feel like you can get away with more at a drive-in than you can at a drive-through,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for the sheer amount of time you're there.
I was just going to say, not only the amount of time you're there, but like I feel like you have to be strategic at a drive-through so that you don't get arrested,
And you're stationary so much more at a drive-in instead of a drive-through.
I mean, hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Keep going.
No, we're just going to end it there. Have fun.
Okay.
Listener.
Okay. So, quick PSA though from Rachel's email, because she said that she didn't have 5 of the categories filled out by the 27th of December. And so she went back through and like just filled it in with like books she read that she was feeling in the moment. And like, wow, you are a beast, Rachel. Okay. You've gone above and beyond.
Yeah,
in the
you
future,
could have sent it in.
Just send it with those blank, Don't stress about it. It's an embrace. I did enjoy all of your reasons, though, so it did bring me joy.
I will say, listener, this is just a hot tip because it's happened accidentally before. I think last year I noticed it way after we had actually recorded. There was one that we got in. They just deleted a couple of categories, and I didn't notice
they weren't there
until it was like I happened to be looking for. Like I opened it up for some reason, and I noticed that it had like 16 lines in the spreadsheet instead of 21, and I was like, interesting. All right, cool. You're embraced. You definitely got embraced.
Okay, we had a few listeners send in with like really sweet life update emails and sharing with us like the highs and lows of the past year. And it meant so much for everyone who did that. I loved reading them. I won't read those parts out loud because it feels a little bit too personal. But Shayla F., one tidbit I want to do from her email is that she got 3 new tattoos, including 2 that were book themed.
Aww.
And one of them is an ankle bracelet, like a charm ankle bracelet.
Okay,
and the
what a
charms
cute
are based on
idea.
favorite books. Yeah.
Especially
so cute.
You can add to it. You can
Yeah.
add charms. What
so
a
easily.
Genius.
Hot genius.
You're embraced, and there may be a limb on my body that is embraced with a similar idea at some point, you know?
Indeed.
I love that idea.
Okay, so this was one of my favorite keep being a badass reasons. She used To Wed a Warrior Queen by Jenny Nordbach, and it says, Sigrid is forced to marry, but that doesn't mean she won't make her husband's and his people's life hell, which she does, and it is delightful.
Hell yeah.
So good.
Meanwhile, my favorite of this list, again, I have not read everybody's embrace because Melody did all of the hard work here. And I just laid back and crossed my ankles and had a mimosa. But reading this, their reasoning for Splash Mountain on their concubine queen by Sakura Black is Paisley has a dick in each hole, one in each hand, and the sixth dick is in the ass of the one that is in her vagina. So needless to say, there's a lot of cum and it's most definitely splashing. And all I could think was, how's Mel feeling right now?
She's feeling great. Feeling great.
That's fine.
I got my poncho on before I went through the emails.
No, but like
everything's great.
This is fine, but TVPPV is not okay?
It says a dick in each hole. A dick in
That's
each
fine.
hole. We're fine over here. Okay? We're feeling great. We're not getting flashbacks to crowning at all in that scenario. Okay?
Flashbacks to crowning.
What do you want from me?
Okay.
Okay,
All
we're
right.
gonna take a solemn but poignant and wonderful turn really quickly, and then we're gonna get back to our bullshit.
Okay.
For St. Vincent Would Always, she chose Lips Like Sugar by Jess K. Hardy. And it says, big St. Vincent energy from Cole when telling Mira that they can have sex without a condom, like if she wanted to. And she says she knows 2 women in their 50s who have gotten pregnant. And he responds with, I would never doubt your fertility, but you're in the clear. I got a vasectomy years ago, right after Roe v. Wade was overturned. Human rights are nothing to joke about, Mira. And it says older characters for the win, but also St. Vincent really would get a vasectomy so that you never have to contemplate having a pregnancy you don't want. Okay.
All
right. Hey, you are so embraced and we love you. Also, wow, Shayla, you really knock it out of the park with your reasoning though, because I just had to scroll so far. I think I almost took your entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, I only took favorites of everyone's, and this is,
almost all of them. I did notice that.
Of your
They're
20?
all delightful. They're all delightful. And also, Shayla, that you were my favorite feral eating because it says it's Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes, and it's Evie goes to Thanksgiving at her friend's parents' house where her friend's mom said that if you had cranberry sauce from the can at Thanksgiving, you might as well eat it in your car over the gear shift. And I was laughing hysterically reading this. I also felt extremely called out because hypothetically, cranberry sauce in the can, they do make them with a pull tab. And I did.
There's nothing hypothetical about my trashy ass love of cranberry sauce from a can, not even the one with the whole berries, okay? Get your whole berries out of here.
No.
I want can marks around the side.
Gel. Yeah.
Okay.
I may have legitimately one time when I was feeling festive eating my rotisserie chicken in a car during the holidays. Maybe sitting in a Walmart parking lot, have eaten rotisserie chicken and also opened a can of cranberry sauce. So I felt extremely called out by this very specific statement from the book. And you know what? Evie's mom or friend's parents' mom, there's nothing wrong with eating
Get your judgment out of here. It's a judgment-free zone.
Canberry sauce.
Yeah.
Canned cranberry.
I thought you did that on purpose, and I was into it.
I did not. I love it. Canned canberry sauce over a gear shift. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay.
Yeah, that lady does not get embraced, but Shayla does, and Evie does, and everyone else does.
And
okay?
honestly, guess what, listener? Part of the beauty of the embrace is if that lady did put her name on that
She would still
spreadsheet
be
and then
embraced.
never, ever come back, left it to languish, embraced. You also get a rice bean bag.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we had a couple of group entries that made me
Always.
so happy. You are going to love this particularly, though, Sabrina, this one, because it's a group of pals. Laura S. emailed in on behalf of herself, Theodora B., Lauren G., and Lucia S. And she sent in a spreadsheet, okay? And I was just like going over it with a cursory whatever, being like, is there a funny thing in here? And then I noticed little tick marks on the edge of some of the cells, and I clicked on it, and they had full-on back and forth conversations about books in the comments on specific cells. I'm going to make sure you have it. I will send it to you because I feel like this is your love language to the nth degree. They all shared their bullshit, and then they would be like, ooh, what happened in this book? Or like, I'm adding this to my TBR, or like, question about book. And they were just responses in the comments of the cells of the spreadsheet. It was the best. It was the best.
Hey, Kristen
So anyway.
K, you're my most spreadsheety friend out there. If you want to start a spreadsheet with me.
Right? No more messaging. We're forgetting WhatsApp.
No messaging.
We're forgetting.
Fuck Facebook Messenger.
That's
fuck
right.
Slack. Fuck Discord.
Fuck Snapchat.
We are. You have a cell phone number? Doesn't matter. Do you have a Google spreadsheet? Hell yeah. That is. Hey, friend, just throwing it out there. If you hear this, if you want to start a Google spreadsheet together where we talk in the comment,
It's exclusively how you will communicate from now on. It was one of the sweetest things I've ever seen.
Now, okay, I have a really hyper-specific... I know we have some listeners that are authors, whether it's fanfic, whether it's trad, whether it's indie. If somebody wants to write a meet cute where people meet via spreadsheet comment...
Wow.
That's such a hyper-specific request.
Wow.
Or
I'm
if you
into it,
know
though.
of something like that, I could read that over and over. I didn't even... It's never even crossed my mind as a possibility. If I don't read something like that before the end of 2025, I will be sad. I'm actually going to make a note to hunt this down now.
Oh my God, I love it.
I love y'all. You are so embraced. Like, I don't even have the word.
They were embracing each other as they went.
We are all inside of the world's not largest, statistically this is improbable, but like we're in a gigantic sweater together with it's one sweater, 6 head holes, okay?
Yes.
One sweater, 6 head holes.
And we don't even need the armholes because we're all just hugging.
Holes.
No armholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God,
it's a big group hug
it would
sweater.
Be so warm too. It's so cold here in Arkansas right now. And so like this sounds
It would be a little clammy. Yeah. A little bit clammy.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
My baseline is clammy, so like I can't really I can't really say anything.
What Melody's saying is
I'm bringing the clam.
Melody's bringing the clam.
Yeah. That's what's happening.
Oh, what a terrible phrase. I hate that. I hate that. I'm not even the one bringing the clam, and I'm not into it. I embrace you. I love your clamminess, Melody, but specifically the words in the order. Melody is bringing the clam.
That might have to go on the 2026 reading embrace. Who knows?
Bring the clam.
Bring the clam. Whew.
Latte, anyone? We all have those little everyday expenses, right? But what if you could get something really valuable for the cost of your daily coffee? Greenlight's Money app for families helps teach your kids about money, savings, chores, and allowance, even investing, starting at just $5.99 a month. That's even cheaper than coffee these days. Energize your whole family with a subscription that unlocks lifelong money lessons. Try Greenlight risk-free at greenlight.com/podcast. That's greenlight.com/podcast to try Greenlight today.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
And then we've got the Smutty Book Club GMT Time Zone Book Club. So Sophia W. emailed in on behalf of the group. That is Cecilia, Sophia, Krista, Natalie, Molly, Hazel, and any others who turn up randomly. She also included pictures from the wedding that she had this year. And you were gorgeous. I've never seen a dress like that, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Good work. Okay, wow. Yeah, get in there. It's so good. It's like whimsical and a little bit folksy. It's all lace. It's long sleeved. Like all of those things make me think like not necessarily super pretty dress. God, she nailed it hard. Okay, so one of my favorite things about the Smutty Book Club is that she never puts it in like a list of the categories, right? Right? I know.
Okay, I needed the context right this very second, listener, so I did just look it up in our email. That
gorgeous.
Everything about that, the dress, the bridesmaids' dresses,
and
the
God.
colors. You look, I am such a slut for lace.
I know.
But
it's not stuffy looking at all. Like it's wild.
Sleeves. You look like a fey princess come to life.
But like a cool one that also has tattoos or something, you know.
And then you and I have
gorgeous.
Okay,
thank you for including those.
Completely unregulated right now, and I have a lot of feelings coursing through my body now. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So one of my favorite things is that she doesn't put the categories like in a list of categories. She'll just like say a book and then be like, I'm starting off with this one and I'm also going to throw this category in. And it's great. So one of my favorites was Sherlock Holmes's in 2024 has to be Spare Man. Mysteries in Space. Let's say Celestial Trumpet for that too, as it sounds like a cocktail they would drink.
I'm so sorry.
So
Mel doesn't even have this.
Say it.
But I just happened to see and notice. So for context, I always have like favorite categories for every year.
Yes.
And like one of my favorites this year is feral eating. Like from the beginning, I was excited to see what feral eating brought to the table. But noodle lovin', especially because, listener, I don't know if you know, but in the cult, somebody way back at the beginning of this year, last year, don't like that, way back at the beginning of last year, made like a thing of like, these are where I can remember the categories came from.
Yeah.
And like, these are the things that I think, blah, blah,
I think that was Mariah, right? We love you, whoever posted it.
It's in the cult. I think it's still.
I think it's a pinned. Yeah.
Pinned right now. But anyway, my favorite is seeing what people think the category is from. Like just making a decision. And like this statement. Okay. So in this email, it says for noodle lovin', I'm nominating To Conquer a Bride, and I have questions because it says the orgies on that boat could have featured some noodle action. They were into being experimental. Listener, I don't know if you know the context of noodle lovin', but that came from, I think it was when we did Dark Lover, maybe.
No, The Bride. Wait.
No,
it might have been Dark
definitely
Lover.
Wasn't The Bride. I think it was Dark Lover.
Okay.
Regardless, the context, book doesn't matter because Mel and I went on a tangent discussing how
best to fuck noodles.
Best to fuck a noodle and what noodle is best for sex. And this started because we're talking about somebody fucking a bowl of noodles. And then That was
started
from
for
the
no reason
context
that I can think of.
for the that came up because we were talking about, well, it's easy when you have something sticking off of your body. What is the
what can you
best
do?
when you don't
When you've got an innie, not an outie.
phallic? Yeah. And I no regrets. There's been some really good ones, but I'm fascinated by the statement could have featured noodle action. Like it's not a side quest in this instance, right? This is featured noodle action.
So good. It's hypothetical. It's great. Okay, and then the very last one is, what's that you say? I missed Lady Love? It's the friends we made along the way, of course. Here is to 2025, bringing all that we need, a little extra we want, and opportunities to spend time with friends.
I love that so much.
I love them.
Honestly,
so much.
the Smutty Book Club emails every year.
Highlight.
So, listener, as you know, I came onto the podcast late. Or not late, but like after the fact. Podcast had been in place. I have stalked through old emails long before I became the person. And one of those things is Embrace emails, just because like I was so curious. I had to know. And all of their emails every year. You bring me so much joy.
Yeah. Smutty Book Club, we are embracing you so hard. We're hugging, we're skipping around in flower fields. Ooh, we're clammy together.
We're
clammed
so
up.
clammed up.
Yeah, we're into it. We're in it to win it. Okay, KT Fight is next. And I just have to say that they started off with a bit of a humble brag. All right, KT Fight?
Okay, I'm curious.
For Sherlock Holmes's in 2024, they put Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, and it says, I was not at all shocked to find out Zayden's second signet.
Melody,
and I love that.
This is
This is
such a great example of me and my Swiss cheese brain.
Okay.
What was his first signet?
No, stop it. No.
Remember, I don't even. What
He's
is
a shadow daddy. He's a shadow slinger.
What's the second?
He's an intrinsic. He can, I'm so looking forward to Onyx Storm. That like I've been listening to Flights of Fantasy and like Fantasy Fangirls and their like theories on what's going to happen in Onyx Storm. And so this has been something that has been talked about a lot because Violet is also going to get a second signet. Remember her first one was Lightning. So just to make sure you know that.
I remember that one because
Lightning Wielder.
Orgasms. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, he can get like the emotional undertone from people. And like that's why he didn't kill her at first, because she said, I'm not gonna like reveal you. And he was like, I believe her because I am a quasi-intrinsic. Anyway, good job. All right.
Yeah.
Good job. You didn't see it came out of nowhere for me, okay?
When I was reading this thing and it was like Zayden's second signet, I was like, shit, the first one was Shadows, I think. There was a second one.
Yeah. Well, I had to look up why he has two, because like Violet has two because she's got two fucking dragons. But Zayden, I was like, he's got one dragon, and like right now she's not talking to him. Why would he have two? And it's because he's a direct descendant of somebody who was also bonded to her, like in his lineage or whatever. So that's why. Anyway.
Yep. I do need to comment, though. I have officially added her Psycho Beast series by E.P. Bally to
That's what I was just going to talk
TBR.
about. Yeah.
Okay. Because, so Katie put Sabrina's Missing Ghoul, this series, because her last remaining mate's name is Ghoul, and he's absent through the first two books, and I am such a fucking slut for an addition to a pre-existing relationship.
Ooh.
Especially if I got to see the first relationships come to fruition.
Sure.
And then there's an added. I didn't realize that this was a thing I was obsessed with and in love with until Susan Trombley, her post-apocalyptic like space junkyard series. There's two books, two relationships where it starts off as an MFM and then a second book comes along for that relationship, adding another mate, and I was like, oh, I'm feral for this. And this feels on par with that.
Yeah, and I was going to talk about it because, like we say, you can do anything you want with these categories. But this is one of those that I was like, holy shit, somebody actually found a book that perfectly matches
Perfectly hit it.
the ridiculous 3 words we came up with and put them together. There's just like 3 different words.
Especially if you don't have the context. Because listeners, Sabrina's Missing Ghoul is a Patreon reference to specifically like a very specific, it's not a book reference. It is Jasper from Twilight.
From the Twilight movies.
I love him.
She loved him, and then we had to remind her that he was a Confederate soldier, and then she felt real weird about it.
I still love him. We're just that
we learn and we grow.
Yeah, we learn and we grow, and sometimes we continue to make our choices. Okay, because I continue to make literally the entire like 3rd movie we did. It was a watch party specific reference because I was like, "Where's Jasper?
What's Jasper doing?
Where's Jasper? Where is he?
Turns out he was in South America, guys. Anyway." Yeah, but that was wild. I was like, holy shit, how did this person find this? Okay, Leah G is the next person I'm going to embrace because they also did a Sabrina's Missing Ghoul, and I just have to read this.
With the Megaverse, you sexy bastard.
Yeah, but this is my other favorite interpretation of this category because they said, several years ago, I read an anthology titled Naughty or Nice that had a story by Sabrina Day that I really liked. So I read the first book in a duet she had written and really enjoyed it, but she's never written book 2. So I guess I am the ghoul missing Sabrina. That's hilarious.
It's so sexy, so beautiful. You are so embraced. This Sabrina is embracing you so hard. And you know what? I can commit to you, Leah G, that you will never be missing book 2 from my back catalog because
there you go.
Never be book 1.
That's right. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
you know,
you can't let a bitch down if you don't put
a bitch up
first.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
All right, Angela G also gets a big, giant lake house, multiple time zone hug, embrace, snuggle because
Triple
this is
embrace. You have 3 beanbags.
Yeah, that's so many scoops of rice, Angela. God,
so many scoops of rice.
Make sure to get some protein in there somewhere. You know,
Angela is the protein, Melody.
Oh, you're right. I mean, from the amount of feral eating categories that put Butcher and Blackbird in there because of the cannibalism.
Yeah. I did notice
Angela
I saw that twice in your little chaos sheet, and I was like, the fact that it's on here twice means that it is
so many.
Everywhere.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, this is Angela's 3rd year embracing, but the first time sending it in. And Angela, we embrace you so hard.
You are so wrapped up.
God.
You are so embraced. Also, I think one of my favorite things is, frankly, I believe Angela, but you could lie. You could be like, I've been embracing since the beginning, but this is my first time sending it in.
Look, we embraced Rachel H., who did, according to her email subject, send in an embrace from 2014 before the podcast existed, and we embrace her.
So embraced. You are decades worth of embraced.
It's so good.
All right. So next person up is Nave O. And it starts with, I am in grad school and I am tired. Yes. And
we love you.
I don't need to keep reading. You are so embraced.
You're so embraced. I do need to keep reading though, because they say I simply didn't have the energy to track it. Not to mention the many emotional support fan fictions I read on AO3 and refused to track because I don't need to know how much of that I go through. It's so good.
No, and then open parentheses. Nobody needs to know that. Close parentheses. And then it says, I beg of you, a single embrace despite my not actually following the embrace list thingy. I'll be honest, I don't think I even read the whole list.
Big embrace energy.
You are so fucking embraced. Honestly, when I started reading this off of this, it said I definitely read stuff outside of the clinical resources and research I was reading, blah, 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 blah. And I thought this embrace was going to be clinical resources and research. And I was shut the fuck up.
Well, we had that one that did all of their Latin reading a few years ago. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's really incredible. Also, I think from grad school. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, God.
But it doesn't matter. Nave, you're
embraced.
So embraced. I am hugging on you. We're going to skip through the flower fields. It's going to be great.
And guess what? After that skip, when it's time to lay down and take a rest, because you have stated you are tired. Yeah. There is a tortilla blanket and a rice bean bag waiting for you to be the meat. For you to be the protein.
And we're going to munch you right up. Munch, munch, munch. The look on Sabrina's face is so
You know
good.
what? That's fine. I co-sign. You are munched. We're munching. I had to process for a second, but yeah, I co-sign.
Yeah. All right, next up we have Abby. And Abby had so many things that I loved, including a wonderful life update in her Lady Love section, and I appreciate you and I see you and I love you, Abby. For Mel's Cunt Punch extravaganza, though, it says, the actual book, Primal Mirror by Nalini Singh. The book? Pretty good. However, they had a throwaway line about snake shifters being the best huggers. Enjoy my commercial script, ? But also, this book had characters from previous books, and if you know Singh's world, it is always an extravaganza. All right, this is her.
Is Primal Mirror a Psy Changeling book?
I'm guessing.
I would guess. I'm excited because I'm picking that back up this year, too.
Are you? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here is her commercial, complete with blocking.
Cue dramatic music and a cut to a stock image of a woman in black and white holding her face and crying. The stock image watermark must still be visible on the picture.
Have you ever felt sad but don't actually want to go to therapy yet?
Pan over to a new image, also black and white, of someone staring at the sky.
You think a pet might help, but you live in a small apartment.
New image, black and white pizza on a checkered tablecloth.
I don't know why, though. Dogs are too much energy, and you really want a cat, but your landlord has a weird thing about cats.
New image, incredibly colorful picture of a jungle scene. Music changes to upbeat and jazzy.
Now introducing the new best depression pet, a snake.
New image, colorful picture of a snake in a wizard hat.
As long as you have the space and heat lights and can provide fresh water, they are a super easy pet.
New image, badly edited GIF of some scrolling on KSL. GIFs restart at least 4 times while the voiceover is going.
Instead of buying a new snake, consider adopting from sites like KSL. Usually the snakes will be older, which means you have to feed them less, and previous owners might even throw in a tank or bedding as a deal.
New image, someone holding a snake and laughing.
Try a snake today. It might be love at first sight.
New image, a black screen with fast scrolling text.
Seriously, guys, snakes are so cool. They might not be as furry as other pets, but they are less intense and easier to take care of. Really buy from KSL because there are people who might be moving places and don't allow their snake for various reasons. And no one wants to see a beloved animal not taken care of. Snakes are also super chill TV watching buddies. Man, I love snakes. Getting mine was one of the best decisions I've made for myself. And I haven't regretted it once. Destigmatize snakes as evil. Or don't, and become the witch of the neighborhood. Let them feel love.
And then it states,
and I just, no. I didn't know what a KSL was, okay? So I did some Googling this morning.
I found out a KSL was a real thing. I thought this was just some random bullshit. It's a real thing?
It's a real thing. It is like a news organization's classified listings, and it covers like the Utah and 2 other state like region. And
Idaho
currently,
and Wyoming.
Yep. Currently, as of this morning, there are 6 listings for snakes on the KSL classifieds, and like more for the plumbing equipment type of snake too. So if you're interested and you live in that area.
For snake plumbing stuff. I thought you were just making a comment that there was also a lot of plumbing equipment on there. And I was like, okay, Melody.
No, the snakes. Yeah. So, wow.
All right.
Try a snake, everybody. And just remember that we got here via Mel's Cunt Punch extravaganza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Bree BC. Hello. Bree is a first-time embracer, and we are embracing you hard. Oh my gosh. This is a big, giant, loving embrace.
You are so schnuzzled, so cuddled.
Mm-hmm.
Just
we've got our
you.
tentacles, and
First
we're not
time.
going to let go, frankly. I'm sorry, you have to come back next year because we're not letting go. So.
Did you know adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't? From swimming lessons to piano classes, as parents, we invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But how much are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids essential skills like earning, saving, and investing, giving them the tools for financial confidence. This investment costs less than an after-school treat at Starbucks. Start prioritizing their financial education today with Greenlight. Invest in their future at greenlight.com/podcast.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
All right. Next up, we're embracing Kristen K. My love, my friend. And I don't even remember what this prompt was, but
yeah, you
I
really
just
nailed it on pulling the spreadsheet things.
I really just needed, I just saw that it was impromptu match by Lily Vane.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we need more Goliaths. And the reasoning was the cowboy hat, which God, listener, if you have not read Impromptu Match, I need you to read Impromptu Match. The cowboy hat, the positions, every step of the way, Lily was taking us on some wild rides, and somehow the logistics always worked. It's perfection. What
that
this
was sexy
actually
logistics,
is
and yes,
this is just
beautiful.
Listener, if you haven't read,
it is the truth. Capital T.
Yeah.
Truth of the universe.
Capital
is what
T.
it is.
Impromptu Match is one of the best books that I read last year. That whole series, honestly. So you're embraced, Kristen K. You're schnuzzled. You're loved. And you also get a beanbag.
Yeah, anytime you need it.
Beanbags for everybody. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Shannon H. is our next embracer. And her email was so sweet. It says, as always, I couldn't imagine my life without you two and your show that has made me feel like I don't have to love the things I love in solitude, and that there's a whole community of people out there finding joy in their sexuality. Thank you for all the work you do to bring people together and for shining a light on incredible stories and such an important genre. Shannon, thank you.
You're
we
embraced.
Love you. Yeah.
The whole romance genre is embracing you with us.
Yeah. This is my favorite Zero to Steel Magnolias reason, I think, that I can remember. And her reason was, her book was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. And then it says, it was all fun and games until I started bawling in the last quarter and actually had a light mental breakdown where I reevaluated what healing looks like for me, and my soul cracked open and was reborn as a sparkly mosaic. Okay, LOL. It's so
beautiful. Also, listener, you don't have the visual here. I need you to understand the chaos of this document. Most of this entire document is in very easy to read, legible.
Yeah. It's sans serif.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
It's so easy to change the font.
What? Sabrina, why would I do that?
On a Google document.
Shannon H. had made a stylistic choice, and I am honoring that, okay?
It's beautiful. It's a great stylistic choice. It is very hard to read.
It's under pressure, for sure.
Under pressure.
Yeah.
Also, I cannot wait because they put Horny Toad Season. They used Underneath It All by Kate Canterbury, which states, this was when I discovered that Kate Canterbury really knows how to bring the horny. And it is so fucking accurate. And HB Mary finally gave us her 5-star Rex. And it's one of two, like, we got the choice of books in this series. I've already read this series. I've read almost all of Kate Canterbury. But, like, I cannot wait to read those books. At least one of those books with you, Mel. I think that have you read any Kate Canterbury?
I don't think so, and she's been on my TBR for forever.
I think you're gonna enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to experience Horny Toad Season all over again.
This is the
with
Walsh
Kate Canterbury
series
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh, you're so embraced, Shannon H.
This is one of the few emails. The next Oh, did I embrace Shannon?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm embracing
Do it
you,
again.
Shannon. If
Yeah,
I
do it
didn't,
again.
you're
For
double
sure.
embraced. Maybe triple.
I'll be embraced.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm embracing you 10 separate times with 10 separate bean
Maybe
bags
quadrillion
because there's a lot of bean
decahedron.
bags around here now.
Look, we're opening a beanbag factory. It's fine.
It's filled. Oh my God. All of the squelchers that didn't sell.
Yes. Which I don't know why you would say that, because there are none, obviously.
Non-HB
that would be rough.
endorsed Squelchers Company by Melody Carlisle.
I don't think that there would be any left. You know what I mean? So I think that might really fuck your beanbag.
I don't know that that's accurate, Mel.
Listen.
I am over a year later, I am still hard on the line of this and the Cunt Pudge Extravaganza. These are not HB endorsed side companies. These are
yet
Mel's.
They made it onto the Embrace.
Both of them did.
One of the reasonings earlier, I forget who said it, was like they mentioned a book and they were like, all of the relationships in this book gave me the ick, as does the word squelchers. That was their reasoning.
You know what? Love
It's
that.
so good. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
This next person, Gublin, this is one of the few emails. It happened to come through when I was looking at my phone notifications. I was like, I need a fucking break from what I'm doing. And it happened to come through. So I read this entire email.
Oh.
Gublin, you are so embraced from both a HB embrace perspective and also personally embraced, because like reading your email, again, I'm a little emotionally dysregulated right now. I was sitting in my house so warm and fuzzy and crying like a little baby.
Yeah.
Reading this email, it was such a beautiful email. You are so personally embraced. I really needed that in that moment. And you did not even mean to, but you delivered. And so I just need to say thank you. But also, like, you are embraced. You're snuzzled. You get tortilla blankets and squelchers rice bean bags. That's the thought of squelchers rice is heinous.
I'm pretty stoked about it. Frankly, now I think I'm just going to make more squelchers so that we can make sure it gets into the beanbag.
Make sure
Don't
it
worry
gets
about it.
into the
I'll give you a
beanbags.
friends and family discount. No, but I do have to say, Gublin's email was wonderful. And this was one of those moments where, like, it made me especially grateful and honored that, like, we get to do this and people listen, because he said that TJ Alexander, like, we are the reason that he discovered TJ Alexander. And that means so much, you know?
Yeah, and this is like this email was such a good example of like, so we make comments about how the 5-star rec list is super cis, super het, super white, super like all of these things, and why we make such an effort outside of that list to read other things, because everyone wants to be seen. You know?
Yes.
Like, we all want to be seen. Like, I mean, in this specific book that I'm about to read Goblin's reasoning, I felt really seen because there was a character that actively identified as gender queer, right? There's just so many different flavors, and they're all delicious. So Goblin put Keeping a Badass. They used Triple Sec by TJ Alexander. And they said, TJ is just a badass, and so are all of these characters. Don't question it. We're not.
We're not.
Goblin, I love you. Goblin states, I loved Cade almost as much as Sabrina did, and I'm
Thank you
grateful
for knowing
to
your place also, Goblin. Thank you for knowing that there's no one who can love Cade more than Sabrina.
I would, if Goblin had stated, I loved Cade as much as Sabrina did,
you would have fought.
I wouldn't have fought, but I would have been like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You know,
Can I really believe anything else he says when he that's a statement that he makes?
Do you remember that Cade was wearing a fuchsia jumpsuit with eyeliner and also
and
a frown and that also looked like a snack that night in the kitchen in a white button down and spandex bike shorts? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe you did. If you
was
did.
Cade still sexy to you after they almost died in a snowstorm and couldn't figure out a fireplace?
Never been sexier. Never been sexier. As somebody who is actively cold right now, as we record, I find Cade sexy and their inability to build a fire as I am sitting here cold, because Cade is so sexy. And
Cade can warm you in other ways.
So anyway,
okay,
thank you for knowing your
going
place,
with
Goblin. Yeah. I'm grateful to their incoherent gushing about the scowly artist because it matched my own feelings. I just got legally married to my non-binary husband a few weeks ago, and the way Cade talks about calling themselves a wife while still being non-binary resonates with our situation as husbands.
Yeah.
We're also poly. They like this book a lot. And now they're working their way through TJ's
oeuvre.
Thanks to y'all. Chalk that up to a word that I have heard out loud. And
yes,
I don't know that I've ever read it before.
I love it.
Yeah. I just... Oh, beautiful. Also, one of my friends is reading Triple Sec right now. And when I found out they were going to be reading the book, I was like, you're going to know who I'm obsessed with. Like, I don't need to tell you. And then they got to like a certain point in the book and they were like, I honestly can't tell because I think all of these people are people you would be obsessed with. And then they paused.
Then the tide turned.
And then the tide turned because they were like, I was like, where are you in the book? And they were like,
it's an important note.
I'm in the kitchen scene, and I literally went to our Instagram, and I was like, here you go. And they were like, I fucking knew it was Cade. I was like, all of these people is somebody that Sabrina's gonna be unhinged and feral for, but then Cade St. Cloud, you.
Ooh.
Oh my God, you and your bike shorts. Anyway.
Ooh. All right. Now we're diving into the spreadsheet that was in the geriatric friendship cult.
Yes.
So, hey, one of the OG HBs I super love, have met her in person. She's amazing. Patricia BM, you're embraced.
You are so embraced. And Patricia brought up the great point that if you want some noodle lovin',
yes,
boy, those Ruby Dixon alien boys
Any
love
of
a
them.
fucking noodle.
All of them.
She specifically did Fire in His Kiss, but like literally any Ruby Dixon boy loves especially a dessert noodle. There's a lot of dessert noodles in the Ruby Dixon verse, and like it squicks me every time. But then I'm like,
Yeah, we can do it. Sure. One of my favorite, the reasoning is, can't quite remember, but I think they eat some dry noodles at some point. And Patricia, that is a great guess.
Great. Probably.
9 times out of 10, that is what will happen.
Then, next up, we have one of my favorite versions of the embrace.
Yes.
Which
and
is...
also from an OG listener who I super, super love. Mm-hmm. Kate K is Chickaloo Kate. She has some HB merch, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signed up. Names on the spreadsheet.
That's right.
Not a single thing is filled out.
That's right.
Love. You are so embraced that
Kate.
you had some flavor of intention.
That's right. And
we
then
love
you
it.
said, what? What's an embrace? Yeah. Hey, Kate, you are one of us. You've known
so
that forever,
embraced.
though.
Yeah, you've always
All right, Rachel H., we are hugging you so hard.
Snuzzled.
Yeah.
So embraced.
We're all up hugging your neck.
Brittany T.,
Hey,
you
Brittany.
are monstrously embraced. You had
That's right.
so much monstrous by Lily Main on your embrace.
That's right.
And as somebody who has been standing on the edge, I could end the statement there. But as somebody who has specifically been standing on the edge of diving deep back into the Monster series by Lily Main, this may have been the push I need to do a 2025 reread. Because all of your
Brittany,
reasons, I was like,
you're getting tipping point embraced is what you're getting.
I am going to. You're coming down with me, baby. Where I am snuggling you up on the edge of this.
That's right.
Cliff.
That's right.
And we are going over together, baby. Let's go. And don't worry. There are going to be so many rice squelcher beanbags to break our fall.
That's right.
It's fine.
It's going to be great. Okay, wait. Elizabeth R. This is the famous Elizabeth R. Okay. The Elizabeth R. of HB lore. All right.
I was so obsessed with this.
Her reason for Horny Toad season. The book is My Kindle Library. And the date read is year round. And the reason is it's me. I'm the Horny Toad.
Horny Toad.
Elizabeth.
You are so embraced. Mel is clamming you up.
I'm so clam jammed.
So hard.
You know?
Whoa. I need you to take 3 steps back, Melody. There's a very big difference between being clammed up and being clam jammed. Okay.
Is there really?
Absolutely.
Do you clam jam down? Is like a directional thing or like
I feel like
horizontal
clam jam
clamming?
is vaginal of some flavor.
I was thinking like there's a pearl in there. Wait, are pearls oysters? Oh,
Pearls
no.
are clitorises, Melody.
No. do pearls come from clams or oysters? In like the animal kingdom, I can't remember. I think it's oysters.
That's a
No, it's clams. Oh,
That's
shit.
a great question. Mussels? Some sort of
It's definitely not a mussel. For sure not. No. Okay,
There
well,
are mussels down there that, wow, shellfish are wildly vaginally charged.
Except they're very phallically, well, maybe not. They're very squirting charged too, because that's how they procreate. They just
Have you
squirt.
seen that one shellfish that has like a dick that rolls
No.
out of it?
No.
It's a penis fish is what it is.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm not Googling penis fish and I don't have any other way to search it. I can't do that to myself, but like.
Oh my God. Okay, so first of
somebody
all.
out there is yelling. There is a type of thing and it looks like a fucking dick and balls. It is a fit. It is a C. Okay.
Is it a mussel or like a.
It's some kind of mollusk.
Mollusk? Okay. Yeah. Okay, wait. Real quick, justice for Melody, okay? Because when I Googled, I said pearls come from, and the first 2 autofill responses were pearls come from clams, pearls come from oysters. Rude. So I just said pearls come from, and the answer is they come from mollusks such as oysters and freshwater mussels. That is apparently what we
Mussels
know.
are there.
Yeah.
You just got...
I said for sure not mussels.
You just got corrected.
I just got educated, Sabrina,
You just
is what
educated
happened.
yourself.
I know, on my Google machine. That's so good.
Hang on, was it the Google AI thing? Because that notoriously is a liar, and Google AI says itself that Google AI
Like, don't believe me all the time.
not accurate.
No, this comes from the Natural History Museum, nhm.ak.uk. Discover. How do oysters make pearls? And it says pearls are made from marine oysters and freshwater mussels. So, no. I got an actual credited situation.
All right.
Okay, but I'm so sorry. All of this is to say, Elizabeth R., I guess I spoke out of turn. I am not clam jammed in our snuggle pile. Apparently, I'm just clammed up.
You can be clam jammed.
Well, but I need everybody's consent, and we can't get her consent right now.
Yeah, not right now. Not live.
Right. I would have to consider my consent, too. Like, do I want that in this situation?
True.
I don't know.
I feel like clam jammed is like the equivalent of like a blue ball situation, though. So maybe you could be clam jammed because there's not a consent
Nobody's got to know about that.
Happen.
Yeah, that's a personal thing.
That is a personal thing. The secret, like, it is everybody by dint of participating in the embrace has consented to being clammed up.
Okay, have they?
Was
that something we said out loud when we put the 2024 list out there? You may be potentially clammed up.
I'm stating that.
Oh, we just might get sweaty in general.
Clammed up, yeah. Clammed up is sweaty. Clam jammed is insatiably horny.
Oh, okay.
With no outlet, okay?
No outlet, yes.
So by dint of being part of the embrace, you have accepted that you will be clammed up and sweatified by Melody Carlisle. However...
And really, who doesn't want to be?
I...
Don't say another word on that. Nope.
Think...
You were going to move on? Is that what we're going to do? Before you clam shame me?
I'm not
Sabrina?
shaming.
Are you clam shaming
anybody? There is no shame here. This is not a podcast for shame. Okay? Okay? Any hoodles. Moving on.
All right. Mariah C., you are so embraced.
You are schnuzzled. You are cuddled. You are... I haven't been looking at the thesaurus, so everyone's getting fucking beanbagged.
And
schnuzzled. What they are. And
that's been your go-to. I dig it.
I do love the word schnuzzle. It's not
You're
even
getting
an actual word.
I was going to say enraptured. That's not it. You are getting ensconced. Ooh.
Ensconced? That's a good one. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This just made me happy. So Mariah for Celestial Trumpet said the MC, and specifically the asterisks are what make this, is the MCs are trying to find Nicolas Cage voice, the Declaration of Independence, which is their important artifact. And I'm like, yes, I do love a Nicolas Cage. I almost rewatch. I fucking unironically love that series of movies. Actually, I can't say that series of movies. I'm pretty sure I've only seen the first movie, but I think that I would
everyone's
enjoy all
only
of
seen
them.
the first one. Yeah. Yeah. No, and that is the important artifact, like the celestial trumpet. And then Mariah goes on to say, also, she blows him like he has a celestial trumpet. And I dig that about Mariah. Also, the book was To Catch a Raven by Beverly Jenkins.
Ooh, God, I love a Beverly Jenkins.
Yeah.
I do love how many, I did notice this, just kind of half scrolling through everything, how many people decided that the celestial trumpet is his penis.
Oh, yeah.
The number of people that were like, yeah, we're
I'm not mad about
that
it.
celestial trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Robin, you're embraced.
Yeah.
Hi, Robin. Thank you. We appreciate you. You're embraced. Thank you for joining us on this wild, wild journey.
Under Doing a Gondola on Her, they said Billionaire Lumberjack by Gwen McNamee. And it says he chops a lot of wood so he could make a gondola if he wasn't trying to be an asshole the rest of the time. That's so good.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
All right, Charlotte C., you are so embraced, especially for your noodle-loving reasoning. Go ahead, Sabrina.
Hell yeah. In The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore, she states, post-sex pot noodles. Look at me hitting the prompt properly. And then
it says, don't get used to it.
Accurate.
Yeah.
The brain explosion gif that should have been associated with, like, the thought of finishing sexy times and then being brought noodles to eat.
Yeah.
As a post-sex snack. Like, I feel like that is a god tier post-sex snack.
Yeah, I would go with that. Absolutely. Especially if it's a dessert noodle. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sabrina didn't listen to me at all before she agreed.
No, I didn't. I love that you registered that.
All right, Carrie E., we embrace you so hard.
We're
hugging on your neck.
This was specifically for you, Melody.
Okay.
Carrie is hard embraced, and for Sex Scene Logistics, out of The Bootlegger's Bounty by Adriana Herrera, they stated, okay, so I get there are 2 P's and 1 V, well, hypothetically, because ouch, but as a flexibility challenge person, where do all the extra limbs go? Is this a plea for a Barbie doll diorama? Maybe. Help a non-bendy HB out.
Ooh, yeah.
I wish I had the spoons to do that. Like, anytime you and I have questions about Sex Scene Logistics, I wish I had the spoons to make a little video.
I mean, we could just go the Katie Robert route because she does Barbies a lot of times when she's choreographing multiple person sex scenes.
But, like,
it's pretty good.
Also, specifically, the important statement here is the spoons to do it, you know?
I mean, we can't normally get an announcement video out. So, like, where are we going to get the spoons for choreographing Barbie dolls? Hey, listener, one of my goals this year is to get some social media help. I'll make all the stuff. I just need somebody to post it for me because I have a block. I need help. Yeah. And we need to grow the HB team a little bit. I don't really know what to do.
I don't know. This is a fully, like, I'm the problem. It's me. I'm our social media person.
No, I can't do it either. No, I'm fine with making the shit.
No, and that's the thing. What it really is, listener, is, like, I don't
Look,
mind.
if there was somebody else who wanted to make the shit, I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, you know? Like, I love talking to the people. It's getting the actual post up there in order to interact with people.
It's rough.
That I have problems.
Ooh, it's rough.
It's so hard.
Tough time.
What's an SEO? Listener,
how do
confession time? Melody and I have no idea how hashtags work.
I mean, I do, like, in the macro sense, you know, but I don't know how to research a hashtag. I don't know how to trend a hashtag.
I understand.
Do any of that.
I understand how
if you
hashtags
want to help
work
an HB out, let us know.
From a programming perspective.
We can
like,
trade you
as
Patreon.
A database.
We can, work it out. We can talk with you about it.
This is just a 2025 plea. really.
And like, let's be clear, I don't think it's a plea for training. Okay, I don't.
No.
Again, I don't
to
have
be
the
clear,
spoons.
I
have tried researching.
I have watched. I don't think I even told you about this, Melody. I bought a fucking seminar to watch, and
It's rough out here.
It's rough out here for a neurodivergent beanbag gremlin.
It's true. All right, Caroline D, you are so embraced for doing a gondola on her. Fangirl down by
These
Tessa
are
Bates.
my favorite reasons.
I know. I think there was some golf cart action. Yeah.
Word association.
Yeah.
You are embraced.
So embraced.
Jess R.W., you are schnuzzled and cuddled.
We
and
love you. You're
our
ensconced.
loving arms.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're doing it. Amanda S., you too. Get in here. Let me hug on your neck.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
We could even do another sweater situation, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Armless
Absolutely.
sweater.
Megan HB, I've got my tentacles. They're for you. You're embraced.
All ensconced.
Ooh, so much.
Cuddled.
Yeah.
Sarah J., we have tentacled you. We have wrapped you up in our what was it I said?
Dodecahedron.
Yep.
It was arms. Was it arms or tentacles? I don't remember.
I think it was tentacles.
It's like appendages.
Tentacle.
Is what we're working with over here.
Sarah J. We have all 4 of my actual human limbs.
Okay. She's doing a
around your
koala
body.
on you.
I am koalaing.
Yeah.
Just a full koala.
Joanna
Bring me
SC.
that eucalyptus.
You are so embraced, and we adore you.
Yeah.
Kaylee T.
We
You're
are
embraced.
revisiting Kaylee. You are so embraced because Kaylee, I just need to throw out there that for Splash Mountain, she used Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed.
Because that whole thing was done with the Game Changer series.
Yeah, boy. And then Squelchers was the long
Nope,
game.
Splash Mountain. Nope, Splash Mountain.
I said Splash Mountain.
Oh,
Splash...
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you said
no.
Squelchers.
Yeah, because Splash
Sorry.
Mountain was Heated Rivalry. And then Squelchers
was
was the long game because Heated Rivalry is book 1 of the long form duology because Heated Rivalry is book 2 with Shane and Ilya. And then the long game is book 6 or 7 in that series. And it's the second book with Shane and Ilya. And it is delightful.
Close to her heart.
Everything about it. Boy, Ilya, I have a t-shirt. I have a Ottawa Centaurs jersey shirt.
Ooh.
That is Ilya Brozanov. And boy, we love you. You're embraced.
All right. Nina C., you're super, super duper embraced. And for Squelchers, she decided on No Man's Land by Sally Malcolm. And the reasoning was the zombie-like ghouls do plenty of squelching and not in a good way.
You are so embraced. And the amount of people that used Squelchers to be like, this was gross.
Gross. First of all, how dare everyone? Okay.
I support all of you.
Delicious and
so
nutritious.
Aggressively. Delicious and This is the Splash Mountain to Squelchers pipeline. And
all right, Katarina, you are so, so embraced. We adore you. Come into our bosoms.
You are bosom braced.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm bosom braced. I love it.
Stand by it.
Megan D. Megan D did her whole thing with the Christmas Notch series by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. And you are so embraced. You are wrapped up in a scarf of holiday festivity and absolute dirty, dirty, sexy times.
So embraced. Garlands everywhere.
Yes. Garlands have come, maybe even.
Hallmark After Dark. Whoa.
People say ropes have come. Can't you say garlands have come?
It's like a pearl necklace, but it's
holiday times.
It's when it's
Christmas
it's
stuff.
Christmas themed.
Ooh, what's tinsel?
Pearl necklaces. It's tinsel.
What's tinsel?
That I feel like that's a
tinsel could be
medical
so...
issue. is actually what it is.
Love that.
Haley M., you are ensconced. You are tortilla burritoed.
Yes.
You are the meat. Elizabeth D., you are cuddled
We're here with
and
you,
schnurzled.
Elizabeth. Get into our bosoms.
Come into our clammy sweater.
Sarah G., do you want to get clammy too? Come get your embrace. You are embraced.
So there's a couple of phrases that have come out of this episode that I really fucking hate. I don't remember what the first one was. I'll have to re-listen.
I think it's I'm bringing the clam.
I'm bringing the clam. Melody's bringing the clam. The second one is clammy sweater. Don't like that. Don't
fair.
like that. Where are we?
Maggie L., you're so embraced.
Maggie L., you fucking beautiful bitch. You are ensconced.
Ooh.
You're embraced.
We're hugging
We've cuddled you.
Yeah.
You've been beanbagged.
Koala bear care.
I was giggling at some of your reasons. For squelchers, this is yet another gross. And I just feel like I need to shove that in Melody's face for her side business. In No Man's Land by Sally Malcolm, squelchy zombie-like creatures. During World War I specifically, but squelchy zombie-like creatures.
Sounds like they're highly moist. So.
And then this is very on brand for our next episode and what we've been experiencing for It Was Twisted. Maggie put Lothair by Cressley Cole. And the reasoning is no explanation really needed.
No explanation needed.
Listener, if you have read what prompted It Was Twisted, which was King of Flesh and Bone by...
Yeah. Great question. ZM... Somebody Xander?
Liv Xander.
Liv Xander.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
I kept wanting to say Ludwig, like VK Ludwig, because that's
which
her...
is their, alien pen name.
Yeah.
Remember in was it Lothair or was it might have been Regan's Glowworm book where somebody thought he was joking about his skull fucking phase, but like one person in the room knew that was not at all a joke.
It was his book. It was in Lothair because he was explicitly like, I mean, like you're looking at me like I just like skull fucked a goblin or something.
Yes.
I don't do that anymore.
I got over that. It was a phase.
I got over that.
Okay, here's my other favorite version of the embrace. Not only was it not fully completed, this person also forgot to put their name on there. And for Mel's Cunt Punch Extravaganza, they put the movie Hot Frosty. And it says, it was Christmas and the heroine might have made a facial expression if she had been cunt punched in a manner befitting an extravaganza.
So sexy, so beautiful, so embraced.
I'm into it.
You've been fully beanbagged and schnuzzled and clammed up. And
That's right.
We love you for it.
All right, and now we've got Discord and other
Is this all
places.
from Discord?
It's other places. I don't know.
All over the place.
Places. Yeah.
Listener, I need you to know this was fucking adorable. I again happened to notice this in my notifications. I saw that the HB Patreon Discord was popping off, and I was like, why is this specifically what is happening here? And I went and looked yesterday, and Melody rolled up into the Embrace That-ish channel and was like, hey, heads up, we're recording tomorrow, so if you want a last-minute shout-out for the Embrace,
let me know.
Just comment.
Let us know you did it.
Listener, there are people on this list. It wasn't an Embrace-specific comment. It was just they posted in that chat.
Yeah, they posted after I posted. Sounds like they did the Embrace, Sabrina. Okay.
Embrace. That is Embrace energy through and through. It's not even 2024 anymore, listener.
No.
I love it.
That's exactly right.
I love you, Mel.
One of the people we're going to embrace is a person that put a GIF of just like a snowy TV screen. And it says that's what their mind does every time they think about doing the Embrace. And Sarah EF, as a result.
You are embraced.
I know you did the Embrace. Yeah. Embraced. Yes. But also Twana, Maria, Grace B, Eddie R, Wink Adam, Chrissy. You are all so embraced.
So embraced.
Chrissy,
we love you.
Yeah, for Detective Hate Boner, she put Currency in the Flesh by Heather Nix. The heroine chops off her abusive husband's you-know-what, and then the god of the underworld fists her. It's kind of an insane book.
Listen, this I don't remember this when I read this last night, and so wait, what? Okay.
I'm into it. All right, Megan, Batty Math, Ming Tran Kicker, 06.
Currently purring. Eris
Avadrock,
SJP 88.
Kindle Lovin' Mom,
and Golden Age. You are all so embraced.
You're so embraced.
Rapid fire.
We love
Everybody
you.
is schnuzzled and beanbagged, and you are the meat in the tortilla.
And Elizabeth D and Elizabeth R both got in there again to say, I did it on the spreadsheet, so you're embraced again.
Double embraced from two separate places.
Embraces.
So many schnuzzled.
We just adore you. We appreciate you.
We would not have anything. I mean, we would have lots of things to embrace, but in a romance landia love sense, we would not be able to embrace. We would have nothing to embrace without y'all. So we're embracing you year round.
Anybody who listens, and we embrace you. We love you, and we appreciate you.
Love you so much.
Yeah.
All right, listener.
Okay, tomorrow we're going to be back with our 2025 embrace. Yes, and we're going to talk about that in tomorrow's episode. But tomorrow is going to be the 2025 embrace along with explanations. So get stoked.
All right, listener. You've been embraced. Keep being a badass and love yourself as much as you love.
Keep being a badass and love yourself as much as you love getting clam jammed and educating yourself on your Google machine.
And also doing a granola on her.
Yes. Absolutely. All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Ridiculous. Heaving Bosoms is produced by us, Melody Carlisle and Sabrina Bradley. Editing is done by me, Melody Carlisle. Our theme music is by the incredible singer-songwriter Brittany Fonts, and our art is by the ultra-talented author Kate Pryor. If you like our show, remember to follow us on your favorite podcast app, rate us 5 stars, and leave a review. That one small action is a huge way to help the show. If you want to get in touch with us for advertising inquiries or anything else, you can email us at heavingbosomspodcast@gmail.com. If you want more of us, visit patreon.com/heavingbosomspodcast. You can also find us on Instagram at Heaving Bosoms, on TikTok at Heaving_Bosoms, and in our Facebook group, the Heaving Bosoms Geriatric Friendship Cult. See you tomorrow.
Latte, anyone? We all have those little everyday expenses, right? But what if you could get something really valuable for the cost of your daily coffee? Greenlight's Money app for families helps teach your kids about money, savings, chores, and allowance, even investing, starting at just $5.99 a month. That's even cheaper than coffee these days. Energize your whole family with a subscription that unlocks lifelong money lessons. Try Greenlight risk-free at greenlight.com/podcast. That's greenlight.com/podcast to try Greenlight today.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.